G'day, it's Jamie, and welcome to Where's My Yowie. Today, I'm reading an old newspaper report about a dead bunyip that was found at Wilson's Promontory, Victoria, in 1876. So we'll get into it. This was published in the South Australian Register on Monday, the 17th of January, 1876, titled A Marine Curiosity. The carcass of an animal, which, if not the real and long looked for bunyip, at least must, if the description given is to be correct, prove to be as rare a specimen of the animal kingdom, is reported to have been found at Wilson's Promontory by Mr. Musgrave, the lighthouse keeper. Mr. Musgrave was walking on the beach some distance from the lighthouse a few days ago, when he saw lying on the sand the dead body of a most curious monster. The carcass, according to the account given by Mr. Musgrave to a friend, resembles that of a horse, nearly being as large, but the covering of the body consists of feathers instead of hair. The creature is also said to be furnished with a fluffy tail. When discovered, the carcass was found to be in a state of partial decomposition. Portions of the flesh and feathers have been forwarded to the Harbour Department by Mr. Musgrave, and they will be sent to Professor McCoy for examination. Mr. Musgrave also intends forwarding the skeleton to Melbourne as soon as it is wholly denuded of flesh. Argos, the end. Well, that's pretty amazing what this thing is. They're saying it resembles that of a horse, nearly being as large, but it's covered in feathers, which is like really crazy, and it's got a fluffy tail. And then Mr. Musgrave sent flesh and feathers to the Harbour Department. So obviously, like, he didn't just look at them and assume they were feathers. Like, he's pulled them out and realised that they were feathers. Okay, so we'll get on to Mr. Musgrave. His full name is Captain Thomas Musgrave, and he was a ship's captain for many years. And his final voyage as a ship's captain began in 1863, where he left Sydney on a prospecting and sealing expedition to the Campbell Island and the Auckland Islands south of New Zealand. Then the ship became wrecked in Canley Harbour, Auckland Island, at the beginning of January 1864, and then the ship's company of 5, they were stranded there until they were able to refashion the ship's dinghy, and then 3 of them, including Mr. Musgrave, sailed 400 kilometres to Stewart Island in 1865 to be rescued. And so that's like a year and a half that they were down there, which is pretty amazing that they lasted that long. And then Captain Musgrave wrote a book called Castaway on the Auckland Isles about his experiences. And then when he was finally united with his family in 1865, Captain Thomas Musgrave promised his wife that he would never go far out to sea again. So in 1867, he started work as a maritime pilot at Lakes Entrance, Victoria. And then in 1869, he began his career as a lighthouse keeper along the Victorian coast, and he was put in charge of Wilson's Promontory Lighthouse. This is all really interesting, this story to me, because like he's a ship's captain. He'd know, seeing dead animals washed up here and there and everywhere, he'd know exactly what they were. So for him to send the flesh and the feathers away makes you wonder, because like I've never heard of an animal the size of a horse, or nearly as large as a horse, covered in feathers. It's really weird. Okay, that's it from me. I'll get back to you all next time. Bye.